Every Friday, millions of Muslims around the world recite Surah Al-Kahf. But beyond the recitation, this remarkable chapter holds 10 timeless lessons that can genuinely reshape how you see this world and the next. Praise Allah first in everything. The surah opens not with a story or a command, but with praise. All praise is due to Allah, who has sent down upon His servant the book. This is a profound lesson in orientation. Before you begin anything, a project, a conversation, a new day, anchor yourself in gratitude to Allah. The surah models this for us deliberately. Scholars note that beginning with praise realigns our intentions and reminds us that every blessing, including knowledge itself, flows from Allah alone. Make Alhamdulillah not a throwaway phrase but a genuine pause of recognition. The Qur'an is a straight warning and a glad tiding. Allah describes the book as straight, to warn of severe punishment from Him and to give good tidings to the believers. This dual nature is wisdom itself. True guidance never only frightens and never only flatters. It honestly names both consequence and reward, so that you can choose with open eyes. The companions understood this balance deeply, they feared Allah's displeasure and hoped in His mercy simultaneously. In your own life, hold both, let fear keep you honest and hope keep you moving. Neither alone is spiritually healthy. Companions remind you who you are. The young men of the cave sought refuge together and Allah praised their bond, guiding them collectively, we made firm their hearts. Righteous companionship is not incidental, it is a spiritual anchor. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, a man follows the religion of his close friend, so let each of you look carefully at whom he takes as a close friend. Your circle shapes your character invisibly, day by day. Choose those whose company reminds you of Allah, and hold them close. Never say, I will do this tomorrow, without Allah. Allah corrected His Prophet directly, and never say of anything, I will do that tomorrow, except by saying, if Allah wills. This correction, given gently in Revelation, is one of the most practical lessons in the surah. We plan relentlessly, but plans belong to Allah. Attaching, insha'Allah, to your intentions is not a cultural habit, it is a theological statement that your will is always nested inside His. It cultivates humility and reduces the anxiety that comes from imagining you are fully in control of outcomes. Knowledge has limits, be honest about them. When Musa, peace be upon him, asked Al-Qaeda to teach him, Al-Qaeda replied, you will not be able to have patience with me. He knew his own capacity and was honest about it. This is intellectual integrity. Islam honors knowledge but equally honors admitting what you do not know. Imam Malik was famously recorded as saying, I do not know, in response to many questions, a mark of scholarship, not weakness. Before you speak on a religious or factual matter, pause and ask, do I actually know this, or am I guessing? Wealth and children are a trial, not a goal. Allah warns clearly, wealth and children are an adornment of worldly life, but the enduring good deeds are better with your Lord in reward and better in hope. The man with 2 gardens in the surah lost everything because he confused his gifts with his identity. Provision is from Allah and it can be taken. The deeds that outlast your wealth are your real legacy, a kind word, ongoing charity, knowledge you shared. Enjoy what Allah has given you gratefully, but never let it become the thing your heart orbits around. Arrogance is the beginning of ruin. Iblis refused to bow to Adam out of pride, saying, I am better than him. This moment, referenced in the surah's warning about shaitan, is the archetype of every human fall. Arrogance blinds a person to truth because it makes the self the measure of all things. The Prophet, peace be upon him, warned, no one who has the weight of a mustard seed of arrogance in his heart will enter paradise. Humility is not self-deprecation, it is accurate knowledge of where you stand before your Creator. Behind every hardship is hidden mercy. Al-Qaeda scuttled a boat, seemingly ruining the livelihood of its poor owners. Later it emerged he did so to protect it from an unjust king. Musa's perspective was limited, Allah's plan was complete. This episode is one of the most comforting passages in the entire Quran for believers navigating difficulty. You rarely see why something painful happened until time and clarity arrive. Trust that Allah, who sees every dimension of your situation, is working with a mercy you cannot yet measure. Patience is not passive, it is active trust. Dhul-Qarnayn, power must serve justice. Allah gave Dhul-Qarnayn power across the earth, and the surah shows him using it not for glory but for justice, protecting the weak, refusing personal payment, saying, "This is a mercy from my Lord." He is the counterexample to every tyrant. True authority in Islam is a trust held on behalf of the vulnerable, not a privilege extracted from them. Whether you lead a family, a team, or a community, the lesson is the same: your position is an amana. How you use it is your answer to Allah. The ocean of divine knowledge has no shore. The surah closes with one of the most breathtaking verses in the Qur'an: "Say, if the ocean were ink for the words of my Lord, the ocean would be exhausted before the words of my Lord were exhausted, even if we brought the like of it as a supplement." After 10 lessons, 10 stories, 10 invitations to reflect, Allah reminds us that this is only the surface. His knowledge, His wisdom, His mercy are infinite and inexhaustible. Approach every Friday recitation of this surah not as a routine, but as a dive into an ocean you will never fully fathom. And be humbled, and be grateful. Which of these lessons from Surah Al-Kahf spoke most directly to your heart today? Let it sit with you until next Friday. If this reminded you of something beautiful, subscribe, there is always more to learn together.